Mazi, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good night from my end. Is
Yes, Mazi,
is
it's my
almost.
pleasure to it's my pleasure to have you once again.
Thank you, Mazi Patrick. Thank you, Mazi
Yes.
Patrick, for inviting me into this program. My name is Solomon Peter. I bring greeting to all Biafran. On my very side here, it is some few minutes to midnight, so I will be saying good evening to all Biafrans and good evening to all the lovers of freedoms and all the lovers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and haters of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You are
Mm-hmm.
welcome. Thank you so much, Mazi Patrick, for bringing me into this very program this evening. It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you very Thank you very much, Mazi Solomon. It's my pleasure to have you. In fact, today we will be talking about a series of things. And I'm trying to edit something briefly, so you just have to bear with me. You have to bear with me, and you know, to see that things are done properly.
You are
So we'll
welcome.
be talking. So we'll be talking about what Biafran should be expecting from the leader of IPOB, because on the 12th of December, there's going to be a world broadcast by the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And as we all know, Biafrans, with things that have been happening for some time, Biafrans are expecting so much from their leader, and they are hoping to get some new, let's say, new informations, updates, and things like that. And we are here to look at the possibilities and things Biafrans are also expecting, and what we also expect the leader of IPOB to tell us, Mazi Solomon.
I know you are already sure that the coming of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not the people will not be expecting him to be coming online for discussing people or for discussing some certain gossip that have been going on online for some time now. I know that our people have to understand that we are moving forward with this struggle, that there is no room for any uh, any delay or considering
Mazi,
going back.
yes.
So we must understand it that as we are expecting Mazi coming online on this 12th December, we may not also expect him to be coming online to discuss people or to discuss some gossip that is going on. We are moving forward in this very struggle. We have to be focused. We have to be consistent. That is what Mazi taught us. Because anytime you started looking around on gossip or started looking around on discussing people, and definitely there is every tendency of losing focus. So in this struggle, we are not losing focus. Nobody issue can be compared to the collective goal of restoration of Biafra. Nobody. So they should not be expecting Mazi on this Saturday to be coming online to discuss people. He's coming online to tell us the way forward. He's coming online to give us the update. We have moved forward and we continue to move forward and continue to be focused. Anything that resembles distractions will not be accommodated. And every internal issue of IPOP, every internal issue of IPOP is being handled internally. So, and will be resolved internally. We are moving forward And everyone who is warming up to hear from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must know that at this very point, we are focused. Our eyes is on the ball. We are looking forward to the way Biafrans will be made great. We are looking forward for restoration of Biafra. So nothing less, nothing more. So I think, Mazi, this is
Yeah.
what people should be expecting more from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Onyendu in this Saturday as he come online. So we should expect more of things that will keep us focused and things that will make us to remain consistent with what we are doing. Mazi, I don't know if I have
Yeah,
responded.
yeah, Mazi, I understand you. Because I know that a lot of Biafrans will be expecting to hear his own side of the story as per what is going on in the leadership. You know, we've seen the deputy leader of IPOB open a new radio station. We've seen him even on his new platform, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, being castigated by those who do not agree or who see things differently. And I know that a lot of Biafrans will be expecting that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would be coming up with his own part of the story to tell, his own part of the story, to defend himself where necessary. Mazi, do you think at this point it is necessary for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come telling the world his own part of the story on things that, that have happened in the leadership?
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing is not necessary. Not necessary at all. At all. It's not necessary. We are millions. We are millions Biafrans all over the world. If Mazi will take time to discuss our issues one after the other, how many years do you think it will take him to be discussing our issue one after the other? It will take him million years. So I don't think it's necessary for, because every what story are you expecting? Every story has been, the people who open radio, they have told their own story, and they have also told the story of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And so many people also have come also online to tell the story of Mazi Nnamdi, the part of the story of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So it will be the repetition of things will not do us any good, you know. I don't think that there is still story that is left for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to tell, because all the story has already been told. The people have declared their stand, and these are the things that we are battling all over the years. So many people, even before the new radio you are recommending, the new radio you are talking about, before the new radio has been opened, there are several radios that have been there castigating Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but he has never given attention to them. And there is also so many pages which have been run by all these the people that the new radio is representing now, that has been castigating Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and he has never taken time to talk about them or even to discuss them, because he is focused. There is so many responsibility on his shoulder, and is not something that anyone can abandon and start discussing people. And meanwhile, as one radio station is being established newly castigating Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it's the same way. Other platform also, there is other new platforms that are also giving an encouragement to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Like it is the same time that they open new radio to say, oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not require their support and their encouragement. It is the same time that Flavor also in his own platform was also encouraging Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, said, please continue, please be strong. So it's nothing, that is nothing, because the more you open 10 platform to castigate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the more 100 platform is open to promote him. Because let me tell you something that Biafrans need to understand. Now, you know that it is very, very important that we know these things. We know these things. It's very, very important. Now, in the history of Australia here, where I am, there is an history that says that the white people who came here, then when they started mining gold, that the areas where they mined and they couldn't find gold, and some area that they mined and find gold and felt that the gold there is finished, that when Chinese came, then Chinese were able even to mine gold where they thought there is no gold. They also mined gold where the white people has thought the gold there is finished. Chinese continue to mine it. And it happens also in South Africa, that where the white people left that the gold is finished, Chinese are still finding gold there. So sometimes you discover that there is some group of people or group of individuals where they thought that that opportunity has finished, they can't continue. Other people, they will come there and they will find treasure. Do you understand? And other people will find reason even to continue to where you have felt nothing is coming up, nothing is working. There is people who, when they come there, they will see opportunities. They will see the way forward where you even seeing that there is no way. Because even the Bible say that where you say there is no way, that God make it a way where there is no way. Okay, so and there was an illustrations that was given about the water that was put in a cup in a halfway, and it was presented to two people, and the one said is half to empty, and the other one said is
It's
half
have
to be
to food.
full. So
Yes.
yeah, people must know that the perception of people towards a particular project or towards a particular plan or towards a particular pursuit, the perception might be very different. That when some people will be thinking that we cannot make it, there is no way, everything has turned upside down, nothing is working. There is people also in the same situation having different perspective towards the same situation, that where you say you can't continue, they are seeing an opportunity to continue. There are some people who are in that circumstances, they are still keeping focus. Now, the children of Israel, again, when they went to spare the land, even the 8 leaders that was sent, both the deputy and the former deputy and the new deputy and all the
And
secretarian
and all the deputies.
and all the deputies and all the PAs, they are 8 in numbers. They said they said there is no opportunity. They said they cannot make it. They said they even reduce the people that we are like grasshopper in the eyes of the enemies. So they reduce even themselves. Like some of them are saying, we can't get it, we can't do it right. As all the deputies are ganging up and they are speaking in tongues, and they are speaking in different languages. This is the way the 8 of them were speaking in different languages, reducing the people that they are even as grasshopper before their enemies. So, but what happened? Two men, they marched from the crowd among the 10 that went to spare the land, to spy the land. They marched from the crowd and they proclaimed, we are able. So it doesn't matter how people perceive the struggle for now. It doesn't matter how they looked at the struggle. Everybody must not see it the same way. That is all I want to say in all this illustration. Everybody must not see it in the ways of the people who are running their mouth now, who are former deputies and present deputies and all the deputies. Now, everybody is not seeing this struggle with the way they are seeing it right now.
And
They
Mazi,
have made
everybody
their
also have,
sacrifice.
people must understand that everybody also have the right to express themselves, how they see things, and then convince people. rather than trying to castigate people, you should use your own platform and the way you see things to convince people to see it from your perspective. Mazi, go ahead.
Mazi, you know that why I like my Bible so much is not because the white people give it to me, or because I come across it through the teaching of the church or whatever. No, I like that history. I like the Bible because every history that Bible taught, I always see the reality of it in our days. That is the only book that that says something that is not in the past, that is in the present. All the time, if you are taking Bible history into the present happenings, everything that is happening here on earth
Have
that will happen
happened,
tomorrow, once you open,
have already happened in the past. It have already happened in
yeah,
the past. So because it's like the word is like a repetition
it's
of
like
events.
a script. Yeah, it's like a script. If you are reading Bible is a script of the life that has been lived, and the life that people are living, and the life that people are yet to live. Do you know that it was John the Baptist that introduced Jesus Christ? He introduced him as the Son of Man. He even point people to him and say, "Look at this is the Son of God." You know, but you know that when the John the Baptist, when Herod captured John the Baptist, and John the Baptist stayed in the prison for a while, he started doubting. He started doubting the man he introduced, that he has to send other people to go and find out. you know, that is just the way the world is. Sometimes people can get confused over what they have been part of, what even they themselves use their hands to introduce. They go through, because when your time finish, you have no more, you have nothing to offer anymore. Okay, some people in their own time, when it was the time of John the Baptist to introduce Christ, he was on top of his game. He was who every day he's appearing in Radio Biafra. That was the time for John the Baptist to introduce Christ. He was on top of his game. This is the Lamb of God that taketh away the sins of the world. This is the Son of God. Hear you him. He keep introducing Christ, pointing people. Say, I'm not even capable. People today are fighting about our Mazi Onyendu answering Spring Leader. Mazi did not take Spring Leader by himself. He
The person
never.
who made him, somebody who announced him as the supreme leader, somebody announced him.
Mazi, I am coming. Mazi, I'm coming. I am coming. He never answer a spring leader. He never seek for position of spring leader. He never. Or Hamadike, he never answer. He never beckon for it. Most of the bogus name that people are calling our leaders today, that some people are getting angry. Why should he answer a spring leader? Why should he answer this name? Why should he answer a savior? The same people who was busy introducing him as a savior, introducing him as
After
Ohamadike,
Hamadike,
introducing him as a spring leader. Now, the same thing with John the Baptist. The same thing with John the Baptist. Now they are not seeing clear again. They are now sending some group of people. Go and find out. Is he the one, or are we expecting another?
you see? Maz
That is,
is interesting. It's interesting.
yeah, that is when confusion, when you know that confusion has already, fooled some people's head. You know that people, they have already gotten confused. They already gotten confused. The same man they introduced, they are confused. Is he the one or not the one? Because the same way Jesus is like a controversial, is the same way Mazi was. Mazi is. Because the thing he expected the man, the Christ he introduced to be doing is not what Christ is doing. Because at that time with John the Baptist, he thought that if this is the man, he would have come to blow this prison off. If this is the man, he would have not, he would have been communicating with me. He could have not, he would have not sidelined me, because it's like a Christ sidelined John
the Baptist,
because John could have, John become confused. If this is the Christ, why should he allow me to be here in the prison? He never come here to blow the prison up. How could he allow
visit him in prison?
Yeah, visit him. And how could he even allow Herod to be insulting him? That is John the Baptist that introduced him, the Christ. And he allowing Herod to be insulting him, putting him in the prison. John the Baptist never expected it. John the Baptist John the Baptist thought that he came to fight his own battle and to do his own contribution under the umbrella of Jesus Christ, because everybody is looking for the safe landing. They are looking at the soft landing, the places where there is no suffering, the places where there is no pain, enjoyment. Do you understand? People, they come into the struggle, the expectation is happiness, joy, respect, money. That is just the thing. They are not looking at the aspect of the suffering that is required for the liberation of the people of God. John the Baptist wasn't expecting it. That as long as Christ is there, like people go to church,
he will always carry him along.
Yeah, he always carry him along. He will always save him. He will always provide for him. That is what John was expecting. He was expecting, as long as Christ is here, like people will go to church. As long as I'm a Christian, I must prosper. No be so. No be so. As long as I'm a Christian, I must receive healing. No be so. The destiny and your ministry might be for you to go through that pain. Go through that pain. So that through that pain, God wanted to use that pain to communicate to you. God wants to use that very pain to train you. God used to use that very pain to bring you into your ministry. There's some people, they don't want to go through pains. All they count of is joy. As long as Christ is there, I will have joy, I will have breakthrough, I will have respect. Herod must not disrespect me. DOS must not disrespect me. Members of the principal officers, they should not disrespect me because I am the deputy leader. But you might not know that God might design the suffering to train you. God might design a suffering to bring the best out of you. But because John the Baptist was not expecting the suffering that he's in, that he is the part of the suffering that he has to go through for the liberation of the people of God, because he did not understand it. He doubted the man that he has introduced.
You know what you are saying is quite interesting. It's quite interesting because, when people attain certain positions in life, they get carried away. They get carried away, and for them to return back to their normal self, circumstances need to come their way for them to start reflecting and start understanding that they are missing the track. You understand what I'm saying? You know why I said this thing is because I have a situation where the deputy leader, the ex-deputy leader of IPOB, had to block me on Facebook. We didn't quarrel, we didn't have any issues, but he blocked me on Facebook. And chatting with him, I introduced myself and he said, "Who am I?" And because of that chat, he blocked me on Facebook. And I was like, what's going on? But do you know that when he now found his new radio, he went and unblocked me because now he's looking for new customers to join his trade. You know, so now he's beginning to recognize people that when he was in that high position in the high horse, he didn't need people. He was, full of himself. And now that he has come down low, he's beginning to unblock the people that he blocked before without any reason.
Mazi, you know why? This is exactly how human flesh or human body behaves. The human body always wanted to shy away from responsibilities. You know that even when God incarnated in Christ, incarnated in the man from Nazareth, do you know when the body sensed that it is the time to accomplish the mission of God, that the body has to be hung on the cross? Now the body begin to look for a way of asking if this responsibility can be taken away from you. Now, this is how people behave. This is just the really behavior of
Mazi, I want to raise another point again before you go forward. There is this situation we had sometime in 2017, 2018, when we have one Dr. Akwanga from Cameroon who said he want to unite all the whole freedom fighters. This man pressured and said he is going to see how he can unite everybody together under one umbrella for the pursuit of Biafra. It is the same ex-deputy leader who insisted that IPOB is not going to hold. In fact, they organized a meeting in Ghana, and because the supreme leader, the ex-deputy leader insisted that IPOB will not attend that meeting because we have what it takes. We have what it takes to restore Biafra without uniting with anybody. Now that things have changed, the same man is now calling for unity of everybody. Telling people to come under the same umbrella. Some of this point need to, so that people's eyes can start clearing on. When you listen, you'll be able to have a good sense of judgment. Mazi, go ahead.
Yes, that is just the thing that I'm trying to explain now, because as I said earlier, Bible is the life that has been lived, the life that our people are living now, and the life that people are yet to be lived. So anytime it comes for somebody to take responsibility, they always look for a way to shy away from that responsibility by giving naughty excuses. They will tell you, if they didn't tell you, you look me like this. They will tell you, you change your steps. They will tell you, you keep me quiet even when I said good morning. This is just the naughty excuses that people gives when they are faced with responsibilities. This human body, that even the man from Nazareth, which God incarnated in him, has to go and pray that if it is his will, he will like this burden to be taken away. But not his will, but the will of God to be done. So that is how every time we are faced with responsibility, we need for excuses. We give excuses. If we don't say, he doesn't talk to me, why he doesn't talk to me, he didn't tell me. These just naughty excuses we can just give to shy away from responsibility. It's not a thing of today. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been championing the unity of Biafra. So it's not a message. I can tell you, I have attended several meetings in which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sent representative for the unity. Some people has made it and has vowed that they never wanted anything to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But do you know, even those people who just vowed they never wanted anything to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, still Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still seeking for an opportunity to bring those people closer. I'm telling you, they might not be aware, but there is so many meetings that being represented by the men that Nnamdi Kanu has on the ground. There is so many meetings to unite Biafrans together. It has been Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's concern. Because what I'm going to ask people, our people don't know how to reason, and they don't know how to use their common sense these days, just because there is a lot of activities on the internet. But I wanted to make this very thing clear. If they will hear me now or hear me later, that's why I want to make it very short. Now, anybody who is advocating for all Biafrans to come together, now that they want all Biafrans to come together, now in such a situation where you made all the effort to bring everybody together, and some certain individuals in that togetherness keep consistently sabotaging whatever is the reason or the aim or the target of coming together. Remember that when you bring all the people together, you also going to set a goal. You also going to set a target with that togetherness. Now, if some certain individuals that you bring together to set a goal, to set a target, and some certain individuals among that group continuously, consistently sabotaging that very goal, what are you going to do to them at the end of the day? The same name call. You will still call them out. You will still look for how those people should be fished out. The same thing. If you feel Mazi Nnamdi Kanu call names in the Radio Biafra, you will also call name when at the end of your effort, when everybody come together and certain individuals in that group that you have set a goal, that you have set a target, and they consistently attacking that goal, attacking that target, what will you do with such individuals? You will keep managing them? You will keep pampering them? You see where they don't get sense.
Mazi, beside coming together, if under IPOB, Mazi, it's very, very funny. If under IPOB, you cannot even build the level of unity with the same ideology that we all started with, and suddenly your ideology changed. What makes you think you can bring people of different ideologies together? If under IPOB as a deputy leader, you fail in your responsibility, now what makes you think you can bring all the agitators together with people with different ways of thinking? And there are people who doesn't believe in what IPOB believe in. And even under IPOB that you led, you cannot even, you at some point lost your sense of belief. What makes you think you can work with others who never believe in what you are doing or who never believe in you? How possible is that?
Time shall tell. Time shall tell that if they felt that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not interested in bringing all Biafran together, that is not what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is working for, that IPOB is essential, that IPOB, they are making their own thing different, if it is what they felt. Because for me, I'm seeing them like they are the kind of people who doesn't have strategies. They are finished, they are expired. These people, they need to go and rest for a while and see maybe if God will choose to use them again in the future. But for now, I'm seeing them as people who have no actually message, who have nothing to offer to Biafrans. Because I will still insist, if you gather the whole agitators together and you discover that some certain individuals, they are selling out the reason for coming together, you discover they are working against the reason of coming together, and they equally may emerge like people you know. They might emerge like people you know, or you discover that it is the people which they are mentioning their names, like they are talking about Asari Dokubo, which they don't. These people, they are novice. Because somebody like me will tell them the story. Because some people who are men, they keep story intact. They don't jump on the Facebook to be telling stories. But the fallen the falling away of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Asri Dokubo wasn't from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It happens in my present. I know the people who engineered it. I know people who actually work for it. Do you understand? For the falling apart of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
So, Mazi, are you saying that there are people who actually instigated? They work very hard to make sure that they create this unity between the leader of IPOB and
I know them. I know them. I know all of them. I know. I was aware. I was fully aware of the detail of what they do and what they say. Before Asri started coming to speak against Mazi Nnamdi, even those people that are running their mouth in the new radio, they also contributed. Because the problem is that people don't understand the quality of leadership. The quality of leadership. When you are leader and you almost 90 to 85% of your time, you use it for side talk. You use it for side talk. You use it for gossip. Instead of trying to fix a problem, you continue to create a problem. Because when you watch that their broadcast, who are they that are calling in? Is it not those that seek for the division of Igbo land?
IPOB. That's
those
true.
That will call you, those will call you men from Owerri and call you men from Anambra.
From Delta.
As long as from man from Delta, man from Abakaliki. Are they not the one dividing us? Are they not the one dividing us?
Mazi, the same people who are dividing us are the same people who are championing the unity of Mazi is terrible.
That is hypocrite. That is hypocrite. Do you understand? They want people, or they are struggling to make people to see sense from what they are doing. While there is people who has gone 1 million miles ahead of them. There is people who are on the ground who know what is happening. The only challenge that people have in IPOB today on the ground in Biafran land is not about unity. It's about the challenge of the poverty, impoverished, and the killing and the persecutions of Nigeria. That is just the problem people have. Poverty is number one challenge, of which is affecting everybody in Nigeria. It's not peculiar to people who are struggling for Biafra. So many people are losing their business. So many people, they are not working like now. When you come to abroad here, we know what is the problem of the people here in abroad. We know that so many of them, majority of them, are striving for positions, for recognitions. So many struggling for recognitions, struggling for positions. Everybody wanted his own advice and opinion to be taken instantly. Imagine where you have millions of people, everybody is putting his own opinion. And in Nigeria, as people who has been in Nigeria, we don't know how to stay in the queue. We don't know. In Nigeria, who stays in the queue? Everybody wants to stand in the front. You take my own advice first. And if you don't implement my advice, that means
I will leave. We crash the struggle. We destroy everything.
We destroy IPOB. You know? So these are the problem of the people in abroad. And the problem in people in Nigeria. We know all they complain is hardship. They didn't see me, they didn't give me, they didn't pay me, they didn't support me, we know that their problem, even rice was given to them, some palliative was given to them during lockdown. Some of them hijacked.
Some coordinators started diverting.
It's the same way. It's just the poverty that is disturbing some people, and this poverty has also gotten to their mentality, to their brains. It's just like the same thing you see during the Some breastfeeding women, they are not even reading those palliatives that are being stored there, whether it has expired or it has not expired. Some will abandon their suckling baby in the house. They are rushing to go and take palliatives because of poverty and the hunger. So all these problems, they are coming to, you must come together, you must come together. Everybody is together. What makes us together is Biafra. So in pursuit to Biafra, you have different platforms. That we are in the IPOB platform does not mean that we are taking it different. Everybody is in the agitations. Everybody is fighting in different platforms. The togetherness that they are asking of is because they refuse to take the responsibility of knowing that for the coming of Biafran to be granted, that there is some people who has find themselves in the position of leadership that needed to be forced out of that. And that is what IPOP is doing. That some of people who are in position of leadership in Igbo land, in Biafra land, they're supposed not to be there. And this is a system that has been running over the years with heavy resources. Kicking people out is not like what you can just wake up in one day and it will happen. You have to gather momentum. You have to do hard job and hard work for you to be able to start, taking out.
Now, Mazi, there is something I want to ask you. For some time, the leader of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, haven't come to speak to the people. And on Saturday, he will be coming. Saturday, 12 December 2020. We want everybody to, by 7 p.m. Biafra land time, and we want everybody to tune into that broadcast. Community radio will be there. Radio Biafra will be there. Biafra television. You have his own Facebook page. Will be transmitting live. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu haven't spoken for a long time. Do you think since after the NSAS broadcast that he's stretched himself so much and he has chosen to take this rest, do you think that his silence have been of great wisdom, or coupled with also with internal happenings in the IPOB leadership? Do you think that this silence is of great wisdom?
Mazi, we can never take away the hard work of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu towards this restoration project. We can never take it away. We can never take it away. Mazi has always been working hard towards the restoration of Biafra. For indigenous people of the whole contractions to gain their freedom and they grow their economy. Mazi has been in the forefront of this very agitation. So now, when you talk about, I told you concerning this very agitation, there is spiritual part of it, there is physical part of it, and there is also emotional part of it.
And political.
And political part of it. So now, Mazi's silence has nothing to do with NSAS protest. It has nothing to do with how he broadcast in Radio Biafra. But sometimes it's very important that the Bible said, out of your silence shall your strength be made known. That a leader who is a true leader, indeed, in this type of struggle that comprise both spiritual and physical, sometimes you need to separate yourself from the crowd. Jesus, take the leadership of Jesus, take all the spiritual leaders, including Moses. Moses has to leave the people for 40 days and 40 nights. He went spiritual. He went spiritual. So, and it happens even before he come back, his deputy has already speaking different language.
Mazi,
You know, Aaron has already started telling the people different things from what Moses had told them and from what Moses had been doing with them the moment he left to empower himself spiritually. Because
Aaron opened a new radio station.
before he could come back, Aaron has opened a new radio station. Before he could come back, Aaron has started telling the people he left, he has started telling them a different thing. He has started speaking in different language. He has already made a golden calf for them to worship. He has already started shifting the mind of the people from the God that divides the Red Sea, from the God that rained down the manna, from the God that turned the bitter water into a sweet water. Aaron has already, because people, they are always seeing him with Moses. Moses always introduced him as his deputy. So he took the advantage of that privilege to started speaking a different language that so many, like in this game we are playing. Mazi, you know that the people you are seeing now that are broadcasting, so many principal officers, because I started saying this thing even before it happened.
Long ago,
Yeah,
Mazi, you
long
said it.
ago, before, when people are saying, hey, this person is Sabo, this person is Sabo, I tell them that the real Sabo is in IPOB. That all these people that are just ranting here and there, they are not Sabo, because they are like just like an open opposition. They are oppositions. But the real Sabo is the Judas in the 12. The real Sabo are people who are mingling with power very close to Mazi all the time. The people that are drinking, eating with him, they are the
Mazi,
real
you said,
Sabo.
unfortunately, people don't listen to our program, but you've said it long time ago.
I said it long time ago that the real Sabo is hiding on the dining. They are sitting in the dining table where Mazi is eating. The real Sabo, Mazi knows their name. Mazi called them on phone. They are very close. That these are the people we need to fish out before they destroy us. I said it. So, and what brought me into it today is based on what you just said. The silence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not mean because he wants to keep quiet. Mazi is using his this period of time to empower himself spiritually. Every strong leader must have time to separate himself from the crowd. So many times for Christ to be able to continue his journey, he always separates himself. He always separates himself from the crowd. He will go to the mountain, even at the night before his arrest. He has to go with some certain disciples. When he comes to the point where he wants to pray with them, he left them at a certain point. He take a step further, separating himself. Because there is a kind of prayer that a leader we be praying that he will not wanted the followers to hear.
Yes, to hear.
To hear. So he separated himself. It is when Christ separated himself that he started asking God, can you take away this burden? I wish if this burden can be taken away. Because the disciple don't need to hear
Of
that
prayer.
the leader is feeling pain. Like as I'm doing here in one of the program, I said, you think that Nnamdi Kanu is not under pain because you are not sleeping in one bed with him. Because his heart has not been open to you. Because if his heart gets open to you, you will see that his heart is also bleeding. It has never been easy for him. His position is not bread and butter. You must judge it. His position is not bread and butter. For you to be able to be looking at the respect, the name that people are calling him, but even will that name you are calling him, could it be compared to the kind of pressure that the position that his position is bringing to his life. You think he's eating bread and butter. That's why you are wishing to be in his position. Don't you know, even in his position, people in his position died so many times. Do you know the condition of his health for being in that condition, for being in that position? Do you know the pressure? Do you know how many times how many hours he sleep in the night?
do you even know how many times Mazi Nnamdi Kanu die and wake up?
Do you know how many times he has died and wake up? It's not bread and butter, man. So why I'm pointing this out is because it's important. He is silent. It's not for not wanting to talk, or not wanting to broadcast, or not wanting to discuss people. He is silent because he needs to be close to God. He needs to be empowered spiritually. Every leader has such time. Every spiritual leader, every leader that is spiritual has always take that time off to be with God, to commune with God, even to go on fasting. We see it in the life of Moses. When he come back, his deputy betrayed him. His deputy started opening new radio, and they challenging him. If not for God, if not for Moses being in the presence of God, at that very point, the leadership of Moses is gone. But what saved Moses is the glory that he returned with. That Israel, the people he left, could not even look at his face. God fought on his side. If not, Aaron has carried the people go. If not, Aaron has confused the people, telling them, we are making peace. We want you, that God that brought you out, don't mind him because you can't see him. I will make you the God with which one you will be seeing. So you can be like the Egyptians. But God fought on the side of Moses. And he prevailed in the side of God. And he was able to recover the people of God.
Mazi, don't also forget, because it's very, very important that we point some of these things for our people to be able to connect. Don't forget that when Moses also left, that it was the children of Israel that pressured Aaron, just like some people also pressured the deputy to set up a God that they can see. So you find out that what you are seeing today was also a pressure from certain quarters, even within the fold, telling your deputy to set up a new structure. Mazi, if I'm right, if the Bible story is true or not.
You are in the spirit today. you are in the spirit.
Some zonal coordinators were pressuring Aaron that we need a God, this God, this Biafran, show us the picture.
Mazi, you know, ndị be anyị na-asị na atụala ọmalụ mana atụala ofeke
isi
n'ọfịa. Nna m sị m na ntọ ntị n'ala nnụlụ ugori agbụsị. Ịma na ka anyị na, as we are saying things in the Proverbs, as we are coding the stories and going, it takes only people who can decode things to understand where we are going, the areas we are touching. Because our duty here is to open your eyes where your eyes need to see, and they make your ear to hear what it need to hear. We are well decoded. We are not coming here to castigate our people. By the way, we IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra, we loved our people with a die heart. We loved our people with a die heart. In short, some of us, if we don't hear from our people, we will not sleep. If we don't hear from our people, we will not sleep. We love our people with die heart. Everybody knows. That's why they are very jealous of us, because of the kind of love we have for our people. Our people are good though. But if you don't manage our people well, they will mismanage you. Now, if you listen to what Mazi Party said, where some deputies are today, some ex-deputies and some new deputies, where they are today, there is still high number of people in IPOB, principal officers, coordinators, who actually was gossiping together before the opening of new radio. They have been gossiping together, trying to push the people that are running the new radio, human rights, trying to push them. But if I can tell you today that those that push them, that they want the golden calf, that they want the God that they can see, the one they have, they can't see it because they are talking in their radio. They are saying, we don't even know where our leader is. We don't even know what he's doing. They want to see the God, the one that they know what he's doing. They know where he is. And so many principal officers, their hands are there. Coordinators, their hands are there. They push these people. But you know the funny thing, Mazi? Those that push them today, those that push Aaron into opening, into doing the golden calf, the moment Moses come, the moment
they left Aaron.
They left Aaron
and returned back to Moses.
and returned back to Moses. Mazi, throughout the Bible, o nwere ihe ndị be anyị na-ekpere eme asị gị Aaron gbazi aka. Do you understand me? Very soon you will watch, you will see that Aaron gbazi aka. Do you understand me? You will see Aaron gbazi aka, because they thought that what is holding IPOB, it is these physical activities. No, it is spiritual. It's only those who are spiritual knows what is happening.
That is true.
What is making people remember? Read that scripture where Jesus said, "My sheep knows me; they heareth my voice,
and they follow me."
And they follow me. It is spiritual. Anything that is gathering all Biafran together. Do you remember, even in the Bible, God prophesied that the children of Israel at a certain time they are going to scatter. But at a certain time, they are going to gather. When people begin to see them together, they begin to think that they are gathering because of the reason they are presenting. No, it is the prophecy, the power from above that is gathering them. Their gathering is not based on the reason they are seeing at that moment, but their gathering is 100% based on the prophecy that has already been prophesied concerning their gathering. So when it is time for that prophecy to be fulfilled, they gathered all over the world to return home. So that is it. People must see that the movement of Biafra under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not the crowd you see, how things people willingly come in with emotion, with passion, loving Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is not physical. It is spiritual.
Because he has even told us many times that Biafra will come. And Biafra hasn't come. But more people are still believing. They are still coming. That even sometimes they use it against us and say, he has told you people that Biafra is coming many times. Where is the Biafra? Mazi, go ahead.
So it is not the matter of the actions, the protest, or even you being a coordinator or principal officer. No. It is made easy for you to be a principal officer because heaven, I said it in this program, the Bible said it will turn and overturn and overturn, and who turns his, he shall be given unto him. The Bible said there is time for everything under the sun. So it is made possible for you to be a principal officer, not for the reason you are seeing, not for the reason you join, but because of the word of God that has gone ahead of the time to make it possible. So it is the word of God, it is the power of heaven, it is the decision of divine to make it happen. That is why you find it is possible for you to become a coordinator. That is possible for you to become a principal officer. It's possible for you to become a deputy. It's because it is divinely assigned. And that is why Mazi will always tell you there is nothing you can do about it. Nothing. When God says yes, who can say no? When God said no, who can say yes? We must know that why you see people pouring out their emotion, pouring out their passion to support IPOB, to like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's not because he is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's not because of what he's saying. It is because of divine mandate. Divine mandate that follows what he's doing, that makes people like it, that attract people into it. And there is nothing anybody can do to change it. Except God.
Yes.
Except God.
So Mazi, yes, go ahead.
Yes, as long as there is a divine mandate over what you are doing, no matter the level of obstacle, no matter the level of barrier, no matter the level of score that people try to put on your way, it can never bring you down. It can never bring you down. Now, I want to show people one thing, practical history. Do you understand? Now, when you go to Bible, and there was a competition between Elijah and the prophet of Baal. The Bible recorded that the prophet of Baal makes all their effort. Their expectation did not come true. But Elijah made an effort and his expectation come true. And the Bible said, as when his expectation come true, that the fire came down and devoured the sacrifice, he now make a decree, because that was the agreement. He now make a decree that all the prophets of Baal must be killed. Do you think his ordinary eyes, his ordinary the manpower that Elijah was able to kill 300 prophets of Baal in one day? Imagine how blood is flowing that day. Do you think he's an ordinary eyes? No. There is a divine mandate to his action. Now, every time children of Israel, no matter how mighty their enemy could be, the story will tell us, and God will fight the enemies and give the children of Israel. Every day, David will go out in the battle and he will return. Do you think it is because he is David, or because he is from Judah, or because his father is who he is, or because his mother is who he is, or because David knows how to talk? No, it's only for the divine mandate that is behind him. Do you think it's easy for Moses to bring out the children of Israel from the land of Egypt because he is Moses? No, it's because of the divine mandate behind him. So when you see people gather, joining IPOB, contributing towards the struggle under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you will think that when you start your own, people will begin to give you money. you need to think twice. You think that when you start, people will start to follow you. I look you again. You need to think twice. You think that once you mention Biafra, you come to the page, you start mentioning Biafra, people will start falling for you, people will start liking you. You are about to create more hate for yourself, more hatred for yourself. There is divine mandate behind any success or breakthrough.
So Mazi, we know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be addressed, as we round up this program. And if you permit us to come back, we can take a break and come back later. But we are expecting that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be addressing the world, United Nations, European Union, on the atrocities that is going on, the killing, the insecurity, and the need for Nigeria disintegration so that people can, take hold of their destinies. Mazi, in conclusion, what are the things you expect that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should tell the world, especially with the recent insecurity killings in the zoo called Nigeria?
Yeah, I know who Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is. We have followed him, and we know that he's a man who is very, very focused. He's a man who nothing matters to him rather than Biafra restoration. So I'm expecting this very Saturday. I'm expecting Mazi to remain consistent with the message of Biafra, undermining those people who are gossiping, and all those people who feel like they have nothing anymore as to offer to the struggle of Biafra under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So I'll be expecting him, not minding them, keep focus on the agitations in alerting the world about Nigeria, atrocity, genocide happening at Obibo. I'll be expecting him to be very objective as to regard to the struggle of Biafra. And I know that that is what he's coming to do. I know that that is the broadcast that we will be expecting on Saturday, that there will be no story of tortoise and the lion. There will be no story of snake and animal, kingdom of animal. Definitely Mazi is coming to continue the job which he has started, and that is my expectations, and I know that that is what.
Thank you. Because I think we have already dealt with the angle of dealing with internal issues that needed to be dealt with based on information available. So we don't expect Mazi to go into that. If you want to hear details of, like we broke it down, you can come to this page. You can come to us.
Mazi, there is something I want to say before you land.
Yes.
Remember, there is something I didn't say.
Yes.
Whatever you can guess to be the internal problem of IPOB, or what could be guessed to be what is happening internally, the people that create it are the people who are running their mouth. And the Mazi knows, if you feel like there is any problem happening in IPOB, then the people that are running their mouth now, that are running radio, they are the people who create the problem. So, and I know Mazi's stand, and I know that the stand of the genuine IPOB members, that those who create the problem, they should run back and fix the problem. That is our stand. They create the problem. Nobody is solving the problem for them. If they are tired of the problem they create, they should come back and fix it. So that responsibility is not going to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or going to me, or to people who did not create the problem. It is them who create the problem that has to come back and fix the problem if they needed the problem.
Mazi, thank you. Mazi, thank you very much. I want to tell our people to go to Black and White Web TV and like the page. You go there, like the page, and you'll be able to get our notifications on activities that has to do with the economy. This is Black and White Web TV. You can go there, like the page. Also on YouTube, where we'll be talking about the economics of, how we can empower our people, how we can empower our people on the ground. You have our page on Facebook, on YouTube. You go there, like it, so that you can get notification. We'll be dealing strictly on this page as regard to the economics, on how we can handle Biafra issues, how we can empower our people in the villages and in localities. While we focus our issue of agitation on Biafra television and other Biafra channels. And I want to bring the notification of 12 December 2020, 7 p.m. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be broadcasting live and direct. So you have to tune in 7 p.m. Biafra land time. And before that, we might be coming back again. Mazi Solomon, do you promise our people to be by before? Because we are also running many programs on Black and White Web TV on how we intend to help our people, educate them, the economics, the production. A lot of things are going on. Mazi, do our people expect to see us sooner or later?
Yes, Mazi, is okay if I'm the one to come into that into Black and White by myself. Is okay, so I can give you my time, and my time will be my time. But
beautiful.
But since we always come into that very program, so we just have to work out our time when it's suitable to both of us. Okay.
Thank you very much.
We are living in a very different time zone. So people should just go ahead, like the page, that anytime we come there. This Sunday, we expect to bring up a professor who is going to lecture us on the so many economic opportunities in our villages and all that. So it is something that even if you wish to go into by yourself, without being coordinated or supervised by anybody, or without anybody doing, we are here to throw out the opportunity for you. So you need to invest there to empower the people in the village and also make a profit. So if you have a capable hand who can equally manage such for you, our duty here is to bring the position, to bring the opportunity in the real light, so you can see the opportunity that is lying in your village, and we tell you how to do it and how to run it. It is not must that you should give somebody money. Things you can equally do by yourself. But if you wanted us in the structure which we send and lecturing people to do it, we will also do it for the best. We are ready to move forward. And this time around, whatever things that has made our people to cry in the past, we must make sure that is what they are going to stand upon to smile at, because the book of
because don't forget that in the journey of liberation of the people of Israel, the manna also fell from heaven, and that is what we are working towards, to see how manna will fall in this journey, so that nobody will go hungry. Mazi,
and again, in the book of Psalm chapter 23, the Bible said, the Lord shall prepare a table of feast for you in the presence of your enemy. Now that we are facing different enemy, then the Lord is about to prepare a table of feast for us in their presence, that while they are standing, we will be drinking our beer, we will be eating our pepper soup, eating our ofen salad, eating our onubu soup. So we will be happy, well fed, and well structured in the presence of our enemies. And this is the realm that we are going now, and is approved by heaven. Like Black and White Web TV, so that you will receive a notification whenever we are online, to tell you a lot of things that you need to do to move your life forward, move your family forward, and move your community forward. till Mazi Patrick choose to bring me back again into this very program. My name remains Solomon Peter. Remain blessed. Bye.
Mazi Solomon, thank you very much for being part of the program. It's my pleasure to welcome each and every one of you. Thank you very much. We want to say thank you for your consistency. We'll always be here for you. We love you guys. Share this program, make it go around, tag your friends, and make sure that everybody around you receive the message. And we'll always be back to you. Thank you. My name is Mazi Patrick Dike. It's my pleasure. Join the program of Mazi, our able leader on the 12th of December 2020 by 7 p.m. Biafran land time, so that we'll get the message, the new message, because the lion is about to roar, and we'll be seeing you guys soonest tomorrow or any moment from now. May the good Lord be with you. Thank you and have a nice day.